loves, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my 2023 setup for the Hibino. I've already kind of spilled the beans about my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. I just did a video showing you guys my December setup, so if you didn't get a chance to see it, that is the most current video on my channel. Secondly, if you want to know the products that I purchased for 2023, that video is up on my channel as well. The only product that I chose to not use or pursue is the Leuchtturm 1917 daily and weekly. I did find one defect in the daily from the Leuchtturm, and it appeared that two of the pages seemed to be kind of glued together at the seam, so they didn't kind of turn apart from each other. I'm probably explaining that so wrong, but nonetheless, when I tried to pry the pages apart, they kind of have like a little tear or something like that. So I just chose not to pursue it because I already got the Hibino and the Hobonichi Weeks set up, and I like these two particular planners for right now. So that's that. Anyway, I'm going to go over the outer cover and then the things that I will be using and what I have for my Hibino. So first things first, I am holding my Hibino in a Salty Katie clear jelly cover. This cover is particularly made for the Hobonichi A6 5-year journal. She did state that this would not fit the Hibino, and I had searched around, watched several videos of people saying that they too also had a hard time finding covers for the Hibino. And one lady actually mentioned that she canceled her Salty Katie order because she was told by Katie that this would not fit. And so she went ahead and let me know that the Moterm A6 Plus would fit. But by the time all of that had been worked out, I had already pretty much purchased my Salty Katie cover and it was being shipped. So I just took it upon myself that if it didn't fit, then I wouldn't be wasting a ton of money because it was like 20 bucks. But at the same time, I could see for myself if it really didn't fit, and if it did fit, I could let other people know who might be questioning whether or not this would fit. So yeah, that's basically what I did. I got my Salty Katie order and I put my Hibino in it, and it is a tight fit. Oops, I keep bumping you guys. But it is a tight fit. As you can see, there is cover to seam and then cover to seam on the back, and then from the bottom it looks like it's covered to seam, but really you have a little bit of space from the top and the bottom. So that's the Salty Katie cover. It is a tight fit, like I said. Also, you will get some buckling when you do put the cover in, and it's just basically molding it into the cover. And I've seen that this is an issue with even the Moterm cover, and that's because the Hibino is made out of plastic and there's grit when it's trying to slide into this jelly cover. So yeah, that's basically all that I can tell you about that. But again, take that information and do as you will. I'm not telling you to go out and get it, or I'm not telling you that this fits. I'm just saying that I was able to get it to fit for mine. And if you decide to do it, if you decide to get the Salty Katie cover, then you're taking that risk at your own. I don't want no backlash from that. But nonetheless, let's dive into this. So the Midori Hibino is a daily planner. It is a day on 2 pages with the months, and I do not have it does not have the weekly in here like I wanted it. So I did not have any plans to purchase the Hibino prior, but you know, things change, plans change, and I ended up getting everything that I needed to make the Hibino work. I was not going to get this, which is the Hobonichi weekly supplement, but I ended up getting it because I chose not to use the Leuchtturm, and so I wanted to have my on the go, which is my Hobonichi, and then I wanted to have my main planner, which I chose to make the Hibino. So I've added a Hobonichi weekly supplement, and basically all I've done is I've tabbed out. So this is my weekly, and then I've put tabs along the sides here, and I'll explain how I got this tabbed out, but I've put tabs along the side here so that it was easier to flip to the different months within the weekly. So I'll go into that briefly. I have my calendar card for 2023. I do have all of them. I literally bought a printable from Etsy, printed it out on 110 pound matte cardstock paper. I also have journaling cards that, again, I purchased from Etsy. I purchased a couple bundles, and I printed it out on 110 pound matte cardstock paper. Oh my God, say that several times. And then also these little planner cards too, again, on that same cardstock. So basically, what I have here is I have 2 monthly calendars, and these calendars I'm going to be using for just things that I want to track. So I'm going to do a fitness challenge, and then also I'm going to do a budget saving challenge for 31 days. And basically this is just to form some habits. They say it takes like 21 days to form a habit. So I'm basically just going to track my spending. I really don't want to spend any money on journals or planners for the year 2023. I've spent incredibly way too much money this year just on random things that I just did not stick with. And yeah, the bank account definitely suffered a little bit, and I fault myself for that because it's easy to get wrapped up when you see all these things. I talked a little bit about consumerism in one of my videos, but nonetheless, I just want to use the things that I already have, and I have a lot, so I just want to use that. And yeah, so I'm just going to track my money for 31 days to see, like, you know, how I'm doing. But anyway, I have a daily routine card, and I need another one, but I'm going to do my AM and PM routine. And basically these are things that I won't change, like my routine. I just want to kind of put my routines on the card so that I can always visually see like how my usual routines are, because I kind of want to revamp my schedule. I want to get up earlier. I want to work out earlier. I wanted to commit to some of the goals and some of the things that I always tell myself that I want to do. I'm going to do it. So, and I'm not waiting to January to do it. I'm just trying to get myself squared away as to like my routine and things like that. So that's what I have tucked away in there. And then this is the Hibino. I've tabbed it out to daily, monthly, all the monthly tabs. I'm sorry if you couldn't see that. Daily, monthly, all the monthly tabs freely. And I have a December tab here for the current month that we're in. So when I open this up, I didn't do anything with this front page. I have thought to maybe decorate this page, but I don't know just yet. I did put a little sticker here, so I don't know if I'm doing anything with this. I didn't do anything with these. And the future log, I will start to put in my stuff, like the birthdays, anniversaries, all of that. I will put that stuff in here once I kind of figure out what's going on. And then I have the monthlies. Now I did tab out December because this is for 2022, and I just wanted to make this a note to myself that this is not for 2023. So this is the current monthly, although this section is labeled monthly. And then I have January, and I've decided to use those calendar stickers that I've been using in my Moleskine. I've decided to use them in here, though I did see that they do add bulk when you do use them. So I'm either going to have to alternate with the placement of the stickers, or I'm going to have to get a stamp tool and do that, because this center paper does bulk up. And yeah, so I do have all the monthlies in this section, and then the last monthly, because they give you January of 2024, I just tabbed it out as daily because it literally goes into the daily section. I have a Hobonichi pencil board, which I've been using to basically be a page marker, a straight edge for drawing out various lines. I have one in my Hobonichi weeks as well, so if you didn't see that, that video is up like I mentioned. And then this is my dailies section, and I do have all the dailies tabbed out. I did that so that it was easier to flip between dailies, or not, sorry, it was easier to flip between monthlies. So if I was in March for say, and I needed to go to like July, I could flip to July a lot quicker and then just flip to the day that I needed, versus trying to follow the little shaded areas that they give you, which I felt would take forever. And I don't really use the bookmarks. I know someone might mention you could use the bookmarks. I usually don't ever use those bookmarks. I just find them a pain, but I never can bring myself to cut them out. For some reason, I feel like it damages the book when you cut the bookmarks out, but I just don't use the bookmarks. But nonetheless, I do have those calendar stickers, like I mentioned, on all the days for January. I only did it for January because, like I mentioned, it adds a lot of bulk. But I put those little calendar stickers there because I wanted to be able to see the day a little bit clearer. The day is written for you at the top of the page on the left, but it is very helpful because my eyes gravitate here when I'm turning, that I can see what days I'm on down at the bottom as well. So I know that these two pages go together. So again, like I mentioned, I will do it for February, but I'll have to rearrange where I put the stickers, or use a stamp of some sort. But nonetheless, I have all of that tabbed out, and that is basically the setup. Now, what I do have going on is in the back, they give you a couple of little blank grid pages, and basically what I have labeled it as is freely. And basically this is just letting me know that this is an area where you have a couple of sheets to do as you choose. You can make a list, you can do a yearly tracker, you can make a collection of some sort. And then I didn't fill out the memo pad area, which is basically all your sensitive information, because I wanted to make this video. I do have this little pocket tab here, which I've just covered with matte translucent sticky notes and flags, page flags, to help out with my planning needs. And then in the very back, I do have a Moleskine Cahier book tucked away because I've since made this a useful book. Originally, I was just going to make it notes, but I realized that with the day on 2 pages, I have enough space rather, to do note taking. So I don't need any extra notes. And if I choose that I do have my Hobonichi weeks. So I'm just playing off of those two as being enough of what I need. So I chose to make this something else. It's 64 pages in here, or 64 sheets, I believe. Or no, I'm sorry. I was right. It's 64 pages, and I just divided it by 4, and then that gave me my 4 sections. The last section is a tad bit shorter because it didn't exactly even out as the way I wanted it. But basically, the sections that I have, it's labeled 1 day, and then the next section is labeled Dream Big. and then the next section is labeled documented, and then the next section is labeled bucket list. So I'll go back over these sections. One day is my goal section. It is what I want to plan out and map out all my goals. It's this blank paper so I can draw out like a mapping wheel of some sort, or I can label and do all the little things that I want to do to kind of map out my goals. I can do that in a section. The next section is called Dream Big, which is basically my project section. And basically it is, again, just an area for me to write down and map out and sort out projects that I want to do throughout the year. They can be home related, they can be personal, they can be just anything that I want to do for this current year. The next section is called Documented, and this is going to be my reference or collections of things. So things that I don't necessarily want to keep writing, things that I want to save and use long term. This is going to be that section. And then the last section is bucket list, which is just going to be a list of things that I want to come back to, things that I often see and keep writing in my phone, because I do have like things that I archive and write in my phone. It's going to be a list of shops that I like to visit, just ongoing list of things that I don't want to forget but always want to have with me. So that's how I've divided out this book. I have quite a bit of these Moleskine Cahier books, so I can do this should this book fill up. And then I did put them on removable tabs, so if this book fills up, I can definitely just, transfer these tabs over. In the back here, tucked away, I have my cleaning checklist. This list was moved from my junior disc bound system and also my B6-ish bullet journal from earlier this year. I basically have not changed this checklist. It remains the same because I basically just kind of follow the same kind of checklist. But anyway, nonetheless, I tucked it away in here because this doesn't change, and it's useful, it's helpful for me. I bought it off of Etsy. It was an editable PDF that you could change the headers and all the things, but I did mine once and I just never changed it. So there's that. That is my setup in the Hibino. It's a very basic setup. This is a very chunky setup, but it's very practical and portable, and I like it. I like the clear cover because this is such a beautiful cover. Like, it's really nice, it's really pretty, and I just really wanted to appreciate the cover for what it was. But nonetheless, that is my setup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspiration from it. And yeah, I look forward to all the things 2023 is getting ready to bring in terms of journal and life and all the things. So if that is what you're looking forward to, then let's look forward to that together. But that's all that I have for you, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.